Hey guys, it's Monday. I just realized that I didn't edit my vlog yesterday to get it up for today. So while last week I was super on the ball with videos and stuff, I am not this week. I was working all day yesterday and then completely spaced it out. So I'll try and get it edited today. You obviously will have already seen it by now, but my eyebrows are all friggin' wonky today. We didn't know until this morning that his language arts teacher / homeroom teacher is not going to be there all this week and all next week. I don't know what the hell she's sick with, but like, I was thinking even if it's COVID, she would probably have been back by now, right? She didn't even tell like the principal and assistant principal because they had no idea till this morning because we got on and it was them doing the morning meeting again. So at least most of the time he can still get on and do a language arts class because the special needs teacher does it, but it was so last minute today, I don't think she even knew about it yet, so I just did his work with him as best we could, and that's that. So 2 more weeks of not having that live class. Well, I mean, like I said, he still can get on and do it with the other teacher, but it's not as like in depth, I guess, because the kids are always asking questions and stuff, and instead of just sitting there and listening to it, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know what's going on with this teacher. So there was, once ColourPop finally put these on the site the other day, the SoFly and the Wannabe, there's another one that goes with it, so I had to get that one to do swatch videos and stuff, but to do a swatch video with. And then there was 2 little quads that looked like nothing special, but I got them anyway for the sake of doing the swatch videos. I think at some point I just need to give up on the swatch videos for everybody because I finally ordered shelves the other day, so I'm planning on doing like from my desk to the ceiling pretty much corner shelves for all these ColourPop palettes. Like my phone is resting against ColourPop palettes right now. It's just ridiculous the amount that I've accumulated from doing these videos. And then I feel like I'm not getting enough use out of them because I'll use one a couple times and then I move on to the next one that just came out. And once I find one that I keep going back to, I know that that's going to be a favorite. Like that SoFly one, I've used that so much the past couple weeks. I'm still on the hunt trying to find a fluffier brush than the ColourPop blending. I think it's just called the blending brush. But I need to replace my favorite one, which is from BH Cosmetics. I should just see if they still have this, but like there's no number on it or anything. There never was. And I had 3 of these, but they're all getting gross on the top for some reason. Like, it almost feels like someone burnt the tips of it with a lighter and they melted because they're all scratchy just on the tips. I've tried to like condition them and wash them like with baby shampoo, because I know everybody says that's the gentlest thing for your brushes, but like I always use the liquid blender cleanser, like the beauty blender wash for my brushes, and all my other brushes come out great, and those used to, but I think it's just at the point now where those brushes are so old, something happened to them, and I don't like using them on my eyes anymore because they're so scratchy. So instead of being a nice soft fluffy brush, it just irritates my eyes now to use them, and I'm gonna have to chuck them. I'm just making some quick muffins here. Steven loves these. They have all different kinds. Like I think I have a thing of chocolate chip muffins in there too, and then they have like blueberry muffins, and these are wild berry. But all you have to add to this mix is a half a cup of milk. So I use almond milk because I never buy regular milk for anything. Stephen and Aiden are both lactose intolerant, and my tummy can't really handle milk lately either, so we just use almond milk. But I'm trying to decide what I'm going to make for dinner tonight because our HelloFresh box came for the week, and I don't know, they all look good. There's balsamic tomato and herb chicken, which I'm kind of leaning towards this one. And then beef and cheese tostadas, chicken and Dijon sauce. We've had a similar one. It was just like honey Dijon chicken before, and it was really good. And it comes with garlic bread, or you make the garlic bread. And then honey thyme pork tenderloin. I'm not really feeling pork tonight, so I think it's either going to be the chicken in Dijon sauce or the balsamic tomato and herb chicken with buttery garlic spaghetti. I think it might be this one tonight because it sounds good. And we haven't had anything like chicken in a while, so I think this is what I'm going to make tonight. I'm going to be super quick because I'm late getting started this morning. But also it's already Thursday and I haven't filmed much of anything, so I hate v-necks. Side note, I hate v-neck sweaters, but this is like the warmest, softest sweater. I just throw it on in the morning when I wake up because it's freezing today. We're supposed to get a blizzard on Saturday. Like, they can't give us an exact amount yet, but they're saying at least a foot, probably more. So I'm glad I got we got all the groceries the other day, and then I have a Walmart order coming today because I wanted to make sure we have extra juice and stuff for Aiden and snack stuff. I definitely like that Stephen doesn't have to drive in this crap anymore early in the morning to go to work when there's a blizzard or something. I always hated that because I'd always be worrying about him driving in the snow. This is not going to be very precise. In my hunt for a big fluffy brush to replace my ones that are all crappy, I got this Morphe M510, and it's huge. This is why I hate ordering brushes online. Like, that's way too big. I haven't even washed this yet, so I don't really want to use it on my eye, but that's gigantic, and it's not stiff enough. So I'm still on the hunt for a replacement brush for my favorite. I put this sweater on in the dark today and just realized that it's on backwards. This is the same one I was complaining about yesterday because it's got a v-neck. The v-neck is in the back and it's kind of uncomfortable right now. I'll fix it when I'm done with my makeup. But I forgot to film my HelloFresh meal after I made it last night. Not that it's a big deal, but I planned on just showing you what it looked like. We did the beef tostadas last night, and that was good. Stephen usually likes any type of stuff like that, but also I very rarely buy any type of red meat or cook with it, so that was different because it was ground beef, and whenever a recipe calls for ground beef, I use ground turkey instead. It's just better for you. But that was what it came in, so that's what I made last night. They keep changing the amount of snow they say we're going to get tomorrow. It's supposed to start tonight, or the last time I checked anyway, it's supposed to start tonight at like midnight and go all day tomorrow. So whatever packages I have for the post office today are going today, and then nobody's going anywhere tomorrow. What else did we have to do today? I'm just gonna go to the post office and get that taken care of. I think we've got all the groceries and food and stuff we need. We have a bunch of bottled water and stuff, and hopefully we don't lose electricity. The town we used to live in, you guys know I was constantly complaining about losing electricity because somebody could sneeze and the frickin' power would go out in that town. But it's happened once here so far, but it wasn't weather related. It was just because I think somebody hit something or they were working on something and knocked the power out for an hour or so, but that was it. It wasn't the worst I experienced at that old house was not having power for 3 days when it was freezing cold, and it was right before Halloween. I remember that because the power came back on Halloween and I was so excited, but like it was freezing because that house was all electric. We didn't have gas at that house. Gas heat, gas nothing. Everything was electric. But thankfully it's been good here so far, so I don't know what this storm is going to do. It's supposed to be a blizzard, so there's going to be wind and everything to go along with it. Probably that heavy, sticky snow. Heavy, sticky snowman snow. Which Aiden is going to ask me to go play in, and he doesn't have snow boots that fit, so that's going to be fun. But, it's so hard to find kids' snow boots that aren't ridiculous. Because a lot of them are like $50, $40, $50 for something he's going to wear like twice for the winter and then grow out of. I wish that Payless was still a thing. Like, it is still an online store, but they don't have nearly as much as what they used to have. I used to get all his shoes at Payless. And then Payless kind of went kaput. I was buying his school shoes and stuff from Target, and then I gave up on that because if you get the cheaper ones from Target, like I think the brand is Cat and Jack, their clothing is great. Their children's clothing is great quality and really good prices and lasts a long time, but their shoes fall apart after, like, he literally had a pair of sneakers that fell apart after a week, and I was like, I know these are cheap, but I'm not going to keep wasting money on them just to fall apart after you wear them for a week. Granted, when he was in the regular brick and mortar school, he was harder on his shoes anyway, but like at home we don't wear shoes in the house, so he's not going through shoes nearly as much, which is a huge plus. And they're making noises now. I'm using this honey, what is it, wannabe palette. Keep wanting to call it honeybee because it's got bees all over it, but I don't think I even want to do eyeliner today because my eye is watering. And it's just going to be a pain, so I'm just going to put mascara and be done with it. I'm curious to see how much snow we're going to get though. Where we live now, we're always like on, when they show the weather map and stuff, we're always like on the line where, oh, you could get a shit ton of snow or you could get a little bit. But this storm is like, they're predicting everywhere is going to get at least a foot. But now for like our area, the last time I checked it said 22 to 25 inches. So I'm expecting at least a foot of snow. Whether or not we get 2 feet, I haven't seen a 2-foot snowstorm in a very long time. I think the last really bad snowstorm was that year that Stephen got Lyme disease, and it was like we kept getting pelted with snowstorm after snowstorm after snowstorm, and like just from us shoveling and everything, it was like this taller than me, the snow piles in the driveway. I don't want a year like that again. That was the year I kept complaining about the mailman that we had, because he would leave things in the mailbox saying, like, with a little diagram on how to shovel your freaking mailbox out for the mailman. And I'm like, this dude, he would see me out there struggling to shovel and stuff while Steven was at work, and he was, that guy was such a prick. I'm like, I'm trying my best. We didn't have a snowblower at the time, and we don't have one now, by the way, because when we moved here, I didn't want to take it, and my uncle took it back and sold it, so we don't have a snowblower anymore. Not that we really need it desperately, but I think living in the city, you have to clean off your sidewalk and stuff. So even if we don't get the driveway shoveled out tomorrow, at least we'll do the driveway. I don't even think we have 2 snow shovels anymore. I think we only have 1. I don't know. It's just a mess. And Steven can't find his work boots anywhere. I don't know what we did with them. I don't think he threw them away, but he might have before we moved, because he keeps looking for them every now and then, and I'm like, I have no idea. And I cleaned out our bedroom closet completely the other day, because I had gotten him an organizer thing like I have here in my closet for his socks and underwear and stuff, which, by the way, he didn't open that until like a couple weeks after Christmas to put it together. And it's not the one that I ordered. I ordered a small little 4-drawer one to fit in his closet, and when he opened it and started putting it together, it's this big 8-drawer like bureau thing. So they sent me a way more expensive one than what I ordered, but it wouldn't fit in the closet because it's too big. So now it's just like our bedroom bureau. We moved our little changing bench thing, and I need to like put that thing in the basement or something, because now it's in the way of the closet and you can't get the closet open all the way. So it's just, we took the tiny bedroom when we moved here and gave Aiden the giant room, because he has so much more stuff. But now I don't have room for everything in our room, so I gotta go get started on schoolwork and stuff with him, and I'll talk to you tomorrow when the snowstorm is in full swing. I'm pretty excited. I just installed this by myself. It is one of those aerator thingies. It just makes it easier to clean out the sink and stuff. And like, we had a really fancy kitchen faucet before at the old house that I bought that was like a $200 faucet, and I was pissed off that we had to leave it behind. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with this one. It's not leaking around here or anything. So instead of getting like a whole new faucet set up, I just bought one of these things, and it was super easy to put in. It was only, I think it was $6.95 on Amazon, and it rotates all the way around, and you can move it backwards and forwards. It just makes it easier to clean out the sink when there's food in it and there's gross stuff in there because it just cleaned up from dinner. But yes, I'm excited. I have a little aerator thingy again. It's easier to clean dishes with that thing, and it's easier to clean out the sink than having to use this thing, which also works. But I mean, if you're trying to get this side of the sink, it pinches the hose and then it just doesn't work. So yeah, that is what I just did. See, I don't know where this is the best to show you from, but I guess the back window. It doesn't look as bad from here because the way the wind is blowing, it's like it's blowing it so that it's not even really covering the driveway, which is nice because then we're not going to have to shovel as much. But there's probably about 7 inches so far. Again, the way the wind is blowing, we can't even open our front door right now without fear of breaking it because the snow is pushing against it. But you can kind of tell how white it is outside because the house that's right over there, you can hardly see it. But luckily We haven't lost power, but it's getting pretty windy. I am hoping we do not lose power because I don't want to be freezing cold. It's supposed to be, the real feel says negative 16 degrees tonight, so I do not want to lose power tonight. They were plowing our street like crazy last night, but no plow today so far has gone by. You can hear the wind probably. It's just super windy right now. But I think the worst of it is supposed to be over by like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's 9:30 a.m. right now, so we have a ways to go. Yeah, I'm just hoping we don't lose the power, but I'm trying to figure out what I want for breakfast now. Aiden loves the Pediasure drinks, like the bottles, these things. Those ones right there, but that's the only kind he'll drink. The chocolate ones in the blue bottle. I cannot get, like, I got these ones behind it. Hold on. That are the Walmart brand, and he hates them. And I don't blame him because I tasted this and it tastes like massive amounts of fake sweetener, and I don't know, just the Pediasure ones are way better, and I don't know how these can be like the store brand one when they don't taste anything like the original. Usually they're pretty similar. But I tried to get him this one because it's hard to get those sometimes. They're always out of them. And this is just like the powder mix. This to me tastes just like the Carnation instant breakfast stuff. But again, it doesn't taste like the Pediasure in the bottles, so he doesn't want to drink it. I've even tried mixing it with almond milk instead of water, and that went a little better, but he still doesn't want it. So, I mean, I was able to get 3 things of the blue ones. This is where I keep all his juices and drinks down here. So I have 2 more 6-packs of those. I just try to grab them whenever I see that they're actually in stock because they've been hard to get lately. This is out the front window. They finally, I heard a plow go by, but like the road is already covered up again. It is like noontime right now, I think. Hold on, look at the computer. It's 11:38. So we've gotten a lot more since then.